Hello, everybody. It is Selene Kempton. I am joining you today for a special workshop. I had a different plan for today because my favorite paper in I would call it in the new catalog, but it's the online exclusives. It is the featuring that sweet old bear poo. Um, and I did it for my team meeting this past weekend, and then the paper went out. So I had a different plan for today. I wasn't going to bring you this workshop, but now it came back in stock. So it's all available again, and it is my absolute favorite. Let's take a look at the cards. So I have a couple of fun folds here. This one opens out and down. And today's workshop, if you want a packet in the mail, is free with any $50 order. At $75, you get the ability to order the product of the month, which is, hey Leah, which is a gorgeous vellum paper that I've been playing with. But you would also earn an extra tutorial from me because I pair up with a bunch of girlfriends and we all create one tutorial and we send out like a mega tutorial every month with the product of the month. But you have to reach a $75 threshold in order to get that $5 product. We've made some projects with that supply. Here, let me show you some that I've been messing with. This was last week's Facebook Live. If you missed it, it was where we cut 6x6 at 1.5 special fun fold, and it was so easy to create these cards. And then this is a sneak peek of my card for the product of the month. And that tutorial is free with any $75 order in my store. And then you can add on the $5 paper if you choose. And it's gorgeous and fun to work with. And I've been playing with poo. Here's some cards that aren't in this class. This is one. And let's see. I've got this one made. And out of this designer series paper, there's a whole bunch of different scenes that you can cut. Like I couldn't add this to the class because you only get 2 of this piece for an entire slice of paper. So I could do 4 of these per person. And so it was tricky to design for a class view, but I would recommend getting a full bolt of this paper because it's just stunning. And this one actually folds flat. It's adorable. So I also took one of those pages that, like I said, you only get 2 sheets per pack. And then I cut them up and then distressed them with the side of my scissors to get these cool images. Here, let me get a little zoom on this to make it easier so I'm not pushing so hard. Here we go. So here's one of them. And like, I love taking the edge of my scissors and just getting these all roughed up. So I'm going to be making some cards with these and they're all prepped and ready to go. I just had to cut the paper and I fussy cut this. Some people like freak out when I say fussy cut, but it's got this line to it that's not perfect. So I just kind of rough cut it and then roughed it up with my paper scissors. Here's some other pieces that I was playing with in that paper. It is so cool. And of course, Pooh Bear is just waiting to be standing on this pretty, just joining. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. Yeah, I was a little late getting on because I wanted to get you a really good description. So in the video description, I have every product that I used with this class so that you can decide if you want to get something. And it's got all the links built in for you so you can just log in and place your order. With a $50 order, I would send you the packet from my team meeting this past week. And then, like I said, at the $75 threshold, you can purchase the product of the month and get the extra tutorial from me. And then at $100, I'll be sending you an embellishment that you could use with your projects. Okay, so all of that being said, if anybody needs a catalog that orders for me on the regular, please reach out to me. I would love to mail you one. So if you don't have a current paper catalog, let me know. And if you've placed an order with me in the last, 6 months or whatever, I just send it out for free. So I'll pay the postage to you on that too. So, all right. So let's get back to this. The first card in our class here, let's jump right in. We are using the Mossy Meadow and early espresso ink pads. And I stuffed these the way I usually stuff a class, but I did them flat so I can mail them out first class postage because shipping just keeps going up. But I'm just going to take from the first card base up, and that's the first card, which is pretty cool. There's a piece of linen, a long piece of linen thread in these packages, so don't lose that. And some designer paper. Here, let me back out just a little so you can see the project we're making in the frame. So this is old friends are the best friends, wouldn't you say? Leah's on here. Leah did my first, one of my first workshops when I was a new demonstrator, and now here I am gearing up, getting ready. I have 19,000 left, and I'm a $1 million sales achiever, so that's kind of crazy. So your orders today help with that, and I'll just keep going, and hopefully I'll reach it soon. That would be cool. Here, I'm going to bring in my toolkit. My daughter makes these. Her Etsy store is Kempton Creations, and it just keeps everything in its spot. So it's designed to hold all of our tools, and I still reach for it every time I go to make a card. In fact, I'll be just bringing this whole tin with me tonight because my team and I are meeting at a local VFW to make cards for cancer patients. I met a local business owner that gives away free packages to cancer patients before, during, after hair loss, and during regrowth to help stimulate hair growth. And she does scalp treatments for her business. So we are making 240 cards tonight to put in the front of those care packages for people who might be having hair loss because of cancer. So just a nice little reason to get together, I think. We're using last year's in colors, and I donated the paper, and we're just gonna go tonight. I'm so excited to see everybody. Okay, so you may notice this is a cool fun fold. I took my trimmer, and this is already done if you get the packet, and I cut up at the 1.5-inch mark. So I owed my team a video on these projects, and it's twofold today because they get the video along with you guys, which is unusual. Usually they get a separate thing just for the team. We meet monthly, and we do monthly swaps, and we have a sketch challenge where if you make a card, you can win a prize. There's all kinds of fun things. Mystery card with my friend Cheryl, and then swap is with Sharon, our swap coordinator. So I just took that 1.5-inch piece, stuck it down, and I put some designer paper on it. And all of the measurements for this are in the PDF, and that PDF comes free with any $50 order. I was going to print it out so I could show you, and there were address labels in the printer. So how do I love thee? I will print my supply list on address labels and not the directions. Oh, well, it's jammed up right now, and I didn't want to make myself any later. So anyway, this gorgeous paper is already cut and in your pack, and every one will be a little different based on where you came off on the sheet. Look at the back. Everything about this paper is so pretty. The coloring, the designs. I am in love with this entire suite. And it's back in stock, so that's good. I thought for sure that the first day it would be completely out. So I'm going to show you something here. On this particular pattern, I've got Eeyore here in the middle, and I like him there. So I'm going to add my label up here so that I can feature Eeyore. Isn't he cute? Ah, Can't even stand it. All right, so that's the first bit. And I'm going to grab Early Espresso. There are 2 stamps that fit this die, and these dies are amazing. The labels are so cool, and a lot of them have hearts in them. Yeah, 19,000. Gordy, I don't even know. I'm so grateful to all of you that have been on this journey with me. Old friends are the best friends. Here we are, like, yeah, craziness. So hopefully sooner. I'm gonna zip my table that way just a little so I can be a little closer to the stamp, because I like to look through and press and hold. So I can say, Gordy is great, Gordy is great, Gordy is great. That helps the photopolymer stamp transfer the ink to the stamp more cleanly. So I just ink up gently, so to speak. Like there's not ink all over my block. It's only on the surface of my photopolymer stamp. And then I hold it down to the paper for 3 seconds to get the ink to transfer better. And then, oh, I should definitely close this because you know what's going to happen if I don't. It's like I've already written the story. Okay, so then I'm going to take my thread and go through the back of this. And I'm going to use this in a different way. So I'm going to use those holes to get my ribbon on, but I think it's so pretty to finish it like this. Geesh, gotta find that first. Okay, so now I've got my ribbon on the back side. Thank you, Janice. Grateful for all of you. You know, and I'm really grateful that I get to come to you on Tuesday. I know that I say that I'm going to be on by 3, and sometimes it takes me a little longer. Today, I was building that supply list for you guys so that you would have all the information on what I used. So that is in the description, both on Facebook and YouTube. I just want you to have a successful crafting experience if you're joining me here. All right. So I've got a few dimensionals here. You know, it's been said that you know how much somebody loves you by the amount of dimensionals. Well, there's not going to be any saggy edges on this piece because we've got like a little runway of dimensionals here. I'm going to peel the outside 4 because I don't need them to be sticky. They're all very sticky enough. It's just that I want the height to be good, even if this card ends up in a drawer somewhere, you know? Did I put that on crooked? Slightly. Here, let's adjust. So, did I mention that I am not cold today? It is 90 degrees here in Massachusetts. And I actually have no sleeves on, which never happens because I'm usually always cold. So it is finally my weather. I am not complaining about anything. My daughter you can find my daughter in her bedroom huddled in front of her air conditioning, and I am like ready to spin in a circle like Elsa because I'm finally warm. Let's see. All right, so now I've got this thread going around, and I gave you plenty so that you can just tie this off and make a knot or a bow, whatever whatever works for you best. And I did give you extra than what I used originally, so you definitely have a lot here. But there's nothing worse than not getting enough in a kit that you get, so I just give a little extra to make sure that you'll have enough. You could always save those little bits for something else. Okay, so you tie a big ugly bow, and that's all I did. I kind of tie my shoes, and then I'm going to make this smaller by holding the knot and pull. Just kind of clean it up. And now whatever way I pull is the way that my loops will go. So I'll give it another go because this one's a little bit, you ever get that happen with your linen thread? It like curls up on you. I'll just get my fingers in there and pull again. And then hold the knot and pull. So demonstrators out there, if you're already a demonstrator, we have a pre-order today. It's the coolest thing being a demonstrator because already the July online exclusives are going to be live July 1st, right? We are able to order them today. So I still haven't done that because I was getting ready for you, but snips are back. They're not calling them snips though. They're they look identical to snips, but they're called detail scissors. So we're able to order those. And if you're not a demonstrator, they have an amazing deal where you get all 5 in color ink pads with the starter kit. So you spend $99, you get free shipping. You pick out $125 in whatever you want. So you could pick out the poo stuff, you can pick out whatever you want. You also get 5 ink pads, the brand new 5 in color ink pads. If you choose our team, you get to swap with us every month if you choose. It's all optional. You get to participate in our team meetings. This was our team meeting on Sunday. And we do all kinds of fun creative challenges, show and tell. It's just amazing. Yeah. Tanya, I know you were so excited to see the scissors back. Me too, because I typically have 10 pairs on hand because when I have classes here in the studio, I like having um, things for people to use. Okay, so Eeyore is protected here. So when you get your packet in the mail and you choose which way you're going to put your card together, it doesn't have to be covering something up, okay? All right, let's move on. So now I'm gonna fold this. This is already pre-scored for you. It's a 3.5-inch square. And then we'll layer some designer series paper on it. So when we open the card, this is gonna fold down this way. So I'm gonna go this way. I love this pattern. It's like a cute little map of the 100-acre wood. Reminds me of the embossing folder. Just adorable. When I got married and I got dishes from my kitchen, I got poo dishes. So I've had poo dishes for 25 years, 26 years almost. And these designs are reminiscent of that silly old bear, my favorite. And I love all the characters in the 100-Acre Wood. I mean, like, Piglet will just sit with you, and although Eeyore's having a bad day, he's really a great guy. And Tigger will just bounce like me. So, I don't know. I love the whole 100-Acre Wood thing. Okay, so I'm going to take this and just stick it in so that it folds down. And that's like the easiest fun fold ever, but it's very impressive when you open it, and it almost feels like, oh, we're going on an adventure. Now we get the map. So you have something to write in. This would be a great card for me to send to Leah, because Leah, I probably know you the longest on this video. All right, so I'm going to bring in my card packet again. And again, I have everything for card 2 right on top of the card base. And this one's nice and flat. I love the way we packaged this one. So here is card 2. And it's so fun. These ribbons are just great to play with. And again, let's see which designer paper I got. Ooh. All right. So we got this one. Isn't he cute? He's looking up at the sentiment. So on this one, the sentiment is on this side. Because of where Pooh is, I'm going to put Pooh reading the sentiment on that side. So when you get a packet in the mail, you know which one to do. I'm just going to put this down to placeholder it. And grab my Mossy Meadow ink pad. So pretty. Okay, sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. I'm going to go a little bit higher than what I need because I'm going to tie a bow. And even though I've moved sides, even though I'm crooked, it's because I'm not sitting on top of it. It's because I'm back and I like to be right on top of my image. That's okay though. We have 4 more chances, right? So here it is on the bottom, a little crooked. Whoops. I'm going to bring it closer to me so I can see better. That's straighter. It's worth, taking a second and getting it right. Okay. Ugh, look at the back of that. It's like a light pink gingham. Ugh. I just love the new pink. It's hard to photograph, but it is so girly. Love my girly pink. All right, and then we'll add a little adhesive here and get this centered. All right, so people always ask me about like getting layers straight. I like to look at just 3 sides. So there's an equal distance of white here, here, and here to get myself straight. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Janice. I appreciate you. So I am going to get my 3 sides equal here, here, and here. This is my art degree paying off right here because I had one professor that would mark us down if when we mounted our paper, if it was cockeyed or crooked. And I learned the 3 side rule that if you put equal borders on 3 sides of the paper, even if something isn't perfect, it looks right. So because Pooh's looking up, I'm not going to cover his cute little self. I'm going to put the bow on this side. And Piglet's already cut in half, so let's cover that up. And it's a great way to use this paper because unless you like cut it all up and use it, use all the individual pieces, I could go all day like paper dolls with this one. It is just cool. I'm getting my ribbon in the middle here. And I gave you quite a bit of extra ribbon on this one. So you're going to save the cutoff pieces from this for card 3 because there's no ribbon for card 3, but we're going to use ribbon on card 3 by design. And I'm going to just loop, swoop, and pull and tie a bow. Now, when I tied this bow, it didn't come out face up for some reason. It was kind of upside down. But because I have it going around this piece, I was able to slide it off and slide it back on so that the bow was going the way that I wanted it. This one, I just kind of lucked out. So I guess I can't show you that trick because I didn't tie it upside down this time. But if you do, you can just, at this point, slide it right off your paper and fix it. And this one, it wants to go up and I want it to go down. Gotta love that. We'll just have to make it do what we want. And the best way for that I know is a glue dot. So I might even go underneath, we'll see. Yeah, like that. So flip it under and we'll grab a glue dot, but it's still kind of big for me. I like a littler bow. You decide what works for you because it's your card when you make it. There we go. Okay. And this guy's coming underneath. And to make it so that he will sit down for me, I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to use my $50 acrylic nail tool to get it under there. I try not to touch it with my fingers, especially on a day like today when it, we could be glowing a little bit more because it's warm out. It takes a lot for me to sweat. Here we go. All right, so now I've got my pieces and I'm gonna take my snips and I'm gonna make Pooh visible. That sounds funny. I'm gonna make Pooh visible. I can't wait for new snips. These are like getting dull. Okay, so there's my bow. Pretty cool, huh? And like I said, I will send you something to match if you are spending $100 because I'll have the budget to do that and put it in the mail to you as a thank you for ordering with me today. 50 gets you the card packet as is. 75, you can place an order. You can add on the $5 product of the month. And then 100, you get a packet and anything like an embellishment. And then anything above that, I'll actually just throw in surprises for every 25 because that's how I roll. All right, so this is the second one. And that was the original, and this is the one we just did. Pretty cool. So now I'm saving these two pieces that we just cut off for the next card. And this one is going the long way. So the base is 11 by 4 1/4. So I actually folded this one so it would fit in the bag better. But you take from the card base up. And let's see. I'm just going to stick this down. So this is right side up. I don't know if you can see. There's like in the corner of this embossing folder, there's that like little compass thing. And I think that's the cutest bit in the whole folder. So I try to put it on everything that I emboss. Here we go. Oh, we're switching back to early espresso for this for ink. So that's 5 1/4 by 4 layered on, very vanilla. And you deserve a little treat. So once again, we've got our designer series paper going on this golden glow. I was a little nervous when we came out with another yellow because I haven't loved some of the yellows in the past, but this is beautiful. And I can't wait to start playing with fall things, even though it is just warm enough to be summer today. Nice to get ahead of the seasons. But yo, this yellow is just golden delicious, like fantastic. All right, so you deserve a little treat. We'll pull in that and early espresso. Someone said to me yesterday that it's been so long since she stamped, she didn't know how to use her stamps, and she didn't know that when you were done, you clean your stamp and that these peel off and that you can reuse the block. So if you didn't know that, welcome. I know that's a brand new thing, and those of us that have been around for a while just take it a little bit for granted because we know that. But when I'm all done, I'll clean this, and I would say that I'm going to put it away, but I actually have an in-person workshop with this set on Thursday. So I'll be bringing them this card class, which is really cool. Now I've already punched these circles out for you, but I'm going to just get this on in the middle, sort of, hopefully. Okay, and then I'm going to add adhesive to the back. And then let's find those pieces we cut off. Here we go. So now I just take that and make myself a little banner. Now there's a little extra, which is fine, but it's nice to use up those little bits and bobs. Let's see. You deserve a little treat. So what do you consider a treat? Do you like sweet treats? Do you like ice cream? On a day like today, I'd love to hear the ice cream man coming up the street. I like sugar-free Italian ice, which I can get at the store. That's my favorite because I can't do ice cream anymore. It's kind of a bummer. Makes my belly sick. So, speaking of Eeyore, no ice cream for me. But just the sound of the ice cream man coming up the road makes me happy. I'd be happy for you because you could get ice cream. How's that? All right, so I'm going to put dimensionals here and here and here and here because I want this whole piece to sit up high. And that also will hold my ribbon on because I did do Seal Plus, but now I've got a dimensional over the top of it to make it extra done. So pretty. Oh, and he's got a dimensional back on his nose. Let's fix that. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going into this is card 3. I'm going into card 4. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. This is my favorite suite right now. I did have another class planned for today if the paper wasn't in stock, but I'm glad that it came back so fast. All right, now, where do we put it? We can't put it there because he's so cute. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm putting it over here. cause. So wherever you get a good, like here we had Piglet, he's so adorable. Wherever you get a good image, just put it somewhere else. You can move this around and it's very forgiving. I'm going to give that another trim. I'm going to get my ribbon scissors, what I'm going to do to finish this off because those look horrible. It's better if you have a really sharp pair of scissors and you can cut in one slice because can you see how like it's on the angle? It's because I cut twice. So what is our club this month? It is next week. And it is featuring Sue Campfield's $1 Million set. I can show you at the end, Tanya. The cards are over there, and I prepped them with Alexis and Maria yesterday. We got those all put in. I also prepped, oh, you ready for this? My June retreat. So there's going to be, there's 28 of us in person. There's 20 boxes to go that I'm already starting to assemble. But what I'll do is put out the signups for that soon. So if you can't make it to Kennybunk for the retreat at the end of June into the first week of July, you can get a to-go option, and we're using the Waterside Retreat bundle. I have the cards around here somewhere. I was just writing directions for them. I'm getting so ahead. I love this. Makes me happy when I feel like I'm ahead instead of behind, you know? Okay, so this is the last card for the workshop today. And Tanya, I'll get back and I'll show you those cards. Here's one that didn't make the retreat. It was the first one I made with it. You can almost not even tell that it's pink, but it is that new Blush Blossom. Oh yeah, I was afraid to do Silly Old Bear for club because I was afraid it would be sold out the first day and I wouldn't be able to get it. So, it was a gamble to use it and I didn't because club is too important to me. I don't gamble with you guys. I want to make sure that I can get enough to spoil you. All right, so here's that golden glow up beside crumb cake. Again, gorgeous. I just want Pooh's Honey Pot here. And I could have used the other Pooh set, but I wanted to limit it to one bundle, especially like for my team, so that if they were using this card class in a class themselves or just cutting the paper and sharing it with their friends, that they didn't have to buy both. I did tie your bow for this card in the packet. I know you guys love when I do that. All right, we'll bring this Mossy Meadow back in. Looks like my stamp is crooked on the block. I'll have to be careful when I'm stamping. So I'm just putting enough ink on it to see that it hit the top of the photopolymer. And then, oh yeah, I was just so afraid. You know, that's one of the things I love about being a demonstrator, because today is the pre-order for the July online exclusives. There's going to be like Christmas in July, there's fall, there's Halloween. Hey, Tammy. There's all kinds of different new things available, but as a demonstrator, I can order it. And because we have 45 days before July 1st, if it goes out of stock, Stampin' Up! Can go back in and order more now. So I really think that they've been listening to us, and that being a demonstrator is, you get more perks than ever, because like, I know it seems crazy to be thinking about ordering Christmas right now, but if I don't start my Christmas cards, they'll be sitting on the table at Valentine's Day not completed. So I really like being able to start Christmas early. So Christmas in July is a possibility, kids. And then it gives you more time to like enjoy everything else in life too. I can't wait. I bought the retreat in a box, the $250 scrapbooking retreat that they offered, and that's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spreads. 10 gorgeous spreads, and I can't wait to sit and make time and just put those together. Okay, so I've got your 2 pieces of paper already cut for you, and the stripedy one goes in the bottom corner. And remember we talked about 3 sides equal? Well, this one I go 2 sides equal on both sides. So I got this one here and this one up the top. Adorable. And like I said, if you find a cute image that you don't want to cover up, you can move this medallion any which way. So I mean, look at this guy. Ah, I just want to, so I'm going to move this over this time. See how it's kind of in the middle on this one? I'm not going to cover up those images. I'm going to move it over to where it makes sense. So, and again, like, just because I did the workshop doesn't mean I didn't keep going. I got to show you some of the cards I started, and then I'll show you one more time the cutout just from the designer paper. So I have a whole bunch of those, a whole bunch of these already cut out, and they're just ready to be stamped on. Like, so cool. So because I moved this over here, now what do I do with my bow? I think I'm going to put it there because then it won't interfere with this poo. So you can move them around to whatever designer paper you ended up with in your pack. It's like a workshop on the fly. You know, that's the thing about crafting. You got to be able to get creative and just change it up and make it your own. So even if you didn't have the stamp set, if you place an order for whatever, I'll send you a packet. Any orders over 50. And thank you so much, because 19,000 from a million. That is craziness to me. That's a lot of glue. I'm grateful. So let's see if I can find a little bit more ideas for you in my box of tricks. So $50 gets you just the packet for the 4 cards. 75, well, I mean, and mailed to your house, right? 75, you also can qualify to add on the product of the month, and we showed those cards earlier, so you'd want to catch them on the replay if you didn't see them, using the vellum that's for $5 with a $75 order. And if you spend more than $100, I'll add an embellishment to your package to embellish your cards. And then if you go over that, I'll send you something for every 25, because I do that. The more you spend, the more I spoil you. So this is a bridge card. Isn't that cute? I'll be writing directions for these soon, but this is what I was talking about. These just come out of the designer paper, and I stamped the sentiment, and it's done. Hello. So cool. And I love the 100 Acre Wood embossing folder in that Barely Blush. And here it is in Golden Glow. And like I said, you can only get 2 of this image out of that designer paper. So I did kind of rough fussy cut it, and wanted to just have some fun with this, you know. And then I've got my little box of tricks here. I took that one paper that has a bunch of scenes on it, rough cut with my scissors around where the white seemed to end, because there was no rectangle about this and there was no good card math about it. So I cut around them and then distressed them and, you know, rolled up the edges. And I can't wait to make cards with these, just to sit. Even like, you could even just stamp the sentiment right on the designer paper here and you're good to go. Although for this one, it makes me laugh because I was thinking about my best friend who passed away, but she used to love clowns. And I used to send her all these creepy clown memes. But couldn't you see like a creepy clown coming out? I just think it's funny. Speaking of Halloween. But here are some of the images. I mean, hello. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So I'm really looking forward to making cards with this suite, and continuing to make cards with this suite, and hopefully they never get rid of it because I don't want it to go. Let's see. I think that's it in my bag of tricks today, but I hope you had fun. I always have fun with you guys, and I get to stamp with you every Tuesday around this time, and I can show you the swap cards that I didn't mail out. Every month, I do a swap with my team, and this month we were featuring the new in colors. So I'll show you. I did a video that showed all 20 that I made. I only mailed about 12 of them. So these are going to be left over for a display board, hopefully for retreat in June. I'm so happy with them. But this is like featuring all that. So this is Golden Glow. That's the cantaloupe. This is Peaceful Pine. Barely Blush, which, you know, it really doesn't pick up. It looks white in so many instances, but I think it's doing a good job today. I love the gold and the green. This is an Irish card. My grandmother used to buy flowers, and she would cut the tops off like Morticia Adams. I used to always get freaked out, but she would say that the greenery reminded her of Ireland. So here's another pretty one. So I don't have a favorite. They're just all awesome. You can see that I colored these with blends, and then I used the color lifter in the middle to lift them. So yeah, awesome starter kit promotion right now. So this again was my team meeting on Sunday, so they can order a packet or they just get the directions to everything I write for free. I have a directions library on Facebook where they can just go pick up directions whenever they want. We have a great community. We have Mail a Card Monday with Robin Greger. We have mystery challenges, sketch challenges, mystery cards. We have a lot of fun together. So I started 20 years ago for a discount. The kit was $375, and you could sort of, tell them what you wanted, which was good because I was making a bunch of cards for my friend Lisa, who was getting married. My husband was the best man in a wedding, and they needed a ridiculous amount of cards. So I just signed up to grab a one-time discount, and I was never going to have a class, and 19,000 away from $1 million. Like, God had different plans for me. So if you love to craft and you think that our team might be something that you want to test drive, we'd love to have you, and you can try it out and see if it's for you or not, and it's okay. So we don't do pressure. We love on each other though. And then of course there's Monday nights where we get together and craft every Monday for free. And everybody's welcome to that. You don't have to be on my team for that. What else? Yeah. I can't think of a reason that you wouldn't want your own discount. So if you're buying supplies anyway, it's a great deal. And 5 free ink pads right now through the end of May. So I'd love to have you on my team. Thanks so much, everybody. If you place an order, all the links are below or above, depending on where you're watching on the interweb. And I hope you have a great week. And I will mail out your packets as soon as I see orders come in and get you those PDFs. So have a great day. Thanks, everybody.